We live in a rock spinning around a fireball, in a universe that doesn't care we exist. So naturally, we invented Wi-Fi, then rockets, then we left. We were born on a rock in Africa, and in about 70,000 years, we spread across all the other rocks on Earth. Asia, Europe, Australia, the Americas. Then, in 1821, we reached the last one, Antarctica. And just 148 years later, boom, moon rock. We've gotten really good at rock hopping. It feels like that's what we do. We explore. It's part of being human. But now what? We've explored every corner of Earth. Okay, not the ocean, but water is messy. So now it's time to leave our rock and explore new rocks, right? But wait, why go to space? Sounds like a massive waste of money. Why land on a rock that's colder, drier, deader than this rock? Why run away when this rock still has so many problems? It's a fair question. We've got climate change, poverty, war, inequality, and we want to go play astronaut? Shouldn't we fix Earth first? Yeah, you are right. We should focus on Earth. Or should we? Was it a waste of effort when we crossed into Asia or reached the Americas? Maybe going to space is part of fixing Earth. A lot of tech we built for space already helps life down here. GPS, weather satellites, solar panels, water purification systems. Space is a place where we push our limits and invent tools we end up needing on Earth too. When we left Africa, life sucked. Like really, there was poverty, hunger, even lions trying to eat us. And yet, we went. Because that's what we do. We adapt, we survive, we grow. These new rocks will try to kill us too, but so did every rock before. Each new challenge brought progress, better tools, better minds, better lives. Space will do the same. It won't be easy. The Moon and Mars will be brutal at first, but we'll build tiny colonies, then bigger ones, and one day they'll be so advanced, it will feel just like home, or maybe even better. But how do we get there? First, we'll need power. Endless, clean, reliable power. That means fusion. We've already built the first prototypes. The moment we crack stable fusion, it's game over for energy scarcity. Imagine powering a whole city with what fits in a backpack. That's fusion. Then we need to move. Current rockets are loud, expensive and slow, but ion drives and nuclear propulsion, they're coming. They sip fuel, they go far and they go fast. And eventually, yeah, maybe even warp drives. It sounds like sci-fi, but so did flying ones. We'll harvest solar energy from space, solar farms in orbit, microwave beams powering colonies in the dark of Martian night. Space will give us more energy than we could ever use, if we learn how to catch it. We'll build habitats, O'Neill cylinders, giant rotating cities floating in space, artificial gravity, fresh air, endless sky. We will mine the asteroid belt and build trillions of these homes. Enough living space for a quadrillion people, maybe more. More humans that have ever lived. Every person could have a city. And on real planets, we will terraform. Mars won't always be red. We will warm it up, release the gases, melt the poles, green it up. It will take decades, maybe even centuries. But so did Earth. The pyramids took decades, maybe even longer. So did Rome, so did everything worth keeping. Changing a planet isn't fast, but it never has been. And that's just the beginning. Because everything we've talked about, the fusion, the habitats, the colonies, that's just the solar system. That's the neighborhood. And one day, we will go beyond it. We will reach other stars, other systems, other galaxies. And with each leap, we will change. We'll become harder to recognize, more advanced, maybe even unrecognizable. Today, we dream of Mars, but in 1,000 years, we might be shaping galaxies, creating suns, writing physics. It's hard to imagine, but so was flight, so was space, so was splitting the atom, so was building the global internet, so was creating the transistor, the microchip, the vaccine, the robot that learns. So was landing a probe on a comet 300 million kilometers away. Every impossible thing starts with a laugh, then a maybe, then a blueprint, and then becomes something we see as normal. We laugh now, but so did people when they heard about flying machines. Eventually, we'll colonize the solar system, then the galaxy, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find out if we're alone on these rocks. But if we don't go, if we choose comfort over courage, if we stay frozen in a place while the stars wait, if we just keep waiting for the perfect moment, then humanity ends here. Explorers who stopped exploring. The same energy we could have used to build new worlds will be spent obsessing over the same world over and over again, fighting the same fights, solving the same problems, and finally the light of consciousness slowly extinguished, not by our big rush of air, but by a lack of it, a lack of courage. We go to space because it gives us hope. Hope for a future full of knowledge, growth, love, and meaning. Hope that we are not just a brief spark, but the beginning of a never-ending fire. Hope that someday a child born on Titan or Europa will look up at that tiny blue rock in the sky and remember us, not for how we fell, but for how we reached for the stars. Not for the wars or the noise, but for the strength it took to look into the unknown and sail towards it with courage and hope. We are not at the end of human history. We are at the very start. A little bird on a tree branch, about to spread its wings and jump. Oh, and also, if we don't ever leave Earth, the sun will eventually eat this rock. So yeah, we better get going.